Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another news video for Final Fantasy XIV, kicking off the week then with some news about the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S open beta test, something that has been long awaited, simply because the expansion of our game sideways, from the population side of things, is about to expand dramatically. It's always nice to see new players join the game, and we're about to get an entirely new allocation of players, the Xbox players. So the open beta, we finally got some information on that. Apparently it starts on the 21st of February, which is a Wednesday, at around 8 AM or 1900 AEDT. So there's your official start date for the open beta for both the Series X and Series S version. And here's some details. So the open beta test will only be available to new players who will be playing Final Fantasy XIV for the first time. They say to take the opportunity to invite your Xbox-owning friends who have never experienced the ever-expanding world of Final Fantasy XIV and adventure together. Now, there are some caveats to that. We'll get to those in a moment that are currently setting the internet a little bit on fire. So let's get to the participation. As Final Fantasy XIV is an online multiplayer game, you may need to adjust various privacy settings to play on Xbox Series X and S. You may do so by accessing the Xbox settings menu and navigating through the following options: settings, account, privacy, and online safety, Xbox privacy, view details, and customize. So essentially, you need to make sure that you have opted in for all of this stuff. For communication and multiplayer, the following settings are required. It says you can join multiplayer games, set to allow. You can join cross-network play, set to allow. Others can communicate with voice, text, and invites, set to everybody. And you can communicate outside of Xbox with voice and text, set to everybody. You would think that it would just come up with a pop-up menu and say allow all, but that's just my weird brain. But apparently that might be something that prevents you from playing. Hopefully in the final version that will be just a simple one toggle. From the previous view details and customize menu, select game content and confirm. Quote, you can see an upload community creation set to everybody. Okay. Apparently, step 2 is navigate to the Microsoft Store, search for Final Fantasy XIV and visit the product page. And then from the ... option menu, select and download the Final Fantasy XIV free trial onto your Xbox Series X and S. After installation finishes, launch the game and follow the on-screen instructions to begin your adventure. So here's the important bit. The open beta test contains the same content, features, and limitations as the free trial version, minus the ability to make optional online store purchases. The free trial version, including the open beta test, will not require an Xbox Game Pass Core or Ultimate plan to play. However, the full Xbox Series X and S version will require an Xbox Game Pass either Core or Ultimate plan to play. So that's one of the things that's causing the issues on the internet at the moment. Some people are saying, well, they probably already had that in place anyway, so, it's not really any extra cost. And then there are people on the other side who are saying, why would I subscribe to a service to subscribe to a service? And it's a valid point, honestly. So that's the criticism, is a sub required to sub, essentially. Now, I know you can get the Xbox Game Pass. There are some deals that happen each year. But I know there's lots of advocates for that. A lot of people will say, oh, well, it's not really a big deal, I already have it. But there are also some people who were probably hoping for more of a PlayStation attitude towards this. If you know anything about the PlayStation version of Final Fantasy XIV, essentially you purchase the game, you download and install that, and then you pay only for the membership to Square Enix's service. Okay, so you pay monthly for Final Fantasy XIV. You do not have to have an active PlayStation Plus membership to actually access and play your subscription of 14. Whereas now, I guess the direct comparison is that you do have to pay for a service to then pay for a service on the Xbox service side of things. So I guess judge it as you will. I personally think that this is a mistake. I think that it should be accessible to everybody, much like on the PlayStation version. because why would you not just get it on another version at this point? I don't know. I have no idea. Personally, I'm going to stick with PC because I as a consumer, I don't think that that's right. But that's just my opinion, and you might be completely against that. Anyway, let's move on. So for existing Final Fantasy XIV players who already have the free trial version for a different platform or a Final Fantasy XIV license registered to their Square Enix account will be unable to participate in the open beta test. We ask any players who wish to play 14 on Xbox with an existing Square Enix account and its associated characters to please wait until the full Xbox launch after the open beta test concludes. So this is strictly for only new players. To play on Xbox, you will need to link your Microsoft account and Square Enix account. You will not be able to unlink the accounts once linked. We ask that existing players please wait until the official release to link your Square Enix account to your Microsoft account. So I'm not really sure what this entails. Typically, when you link an account to your Square Enix account, it just adds it as a service. For example, like if you link a Mac license to your account, it's just there, you know, it's on the Square Enix page. I presume there's just going to be a Microsoft section as well, much like there is a Sony one and, you know, a PC version. So on Steam, obviously. So I don't think this is anything too worrisome. It is unfortunate that existing players can't test, though. Bit strange. Transferring to the official Xbox Series X and S version, they say we are planning to launch the Xbox Series X and S version immediately following the conclusion of the open beta test. So, interesting. The date of which will be determined after thorough reviews. Final Fantasy XIV game data will be transferred and you will not need to download the game to play. The timing of the data transfer and official release for the Xbox Series X and S will be announced at a later date. Should maintenance be required to address any issues discovered during the open beta test, we will announce those details separately, and that's the entirety of their page. So, a few things to take from this. It would have been nice if existing players could have taken part in the open beta test. I think that's a missed opportunity for more feedback. One of the limitations being the extra cost. That will surely be a limitation on some people's part. And of course, it will be heavily feedbacked upon. But maybe that's just one of the few, you know, major requirements that Microsoft wanted in place, which is, I don't know, seems a little bit on the greedy side. Personally, in my opinion, from the Microsoft side at the very least. But I suppose at the end of the day, it does mean that we'll have more people to play with, and that's a good thing, right? More people to play with. And if you already have the monthly sub for the Xbox, I guess, then, you know, and you've been waiting for this, then I suppose some of you might not mind paying the extra money. But yeah, so yeah. Wednesday the 21st of February, and as soon as they decide that they've tested it enough, as soon as that ends, they're going to announce immediately that you'll be able to play. So I'm looking forward to playing with some people on the Xbox version. I don't own an Xbox. I haven't had one since the Xbox 360, which is a long time ago. So, but I'm looking forward to playing with any of you who might be. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let me know what you think about subbing to a sub. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.